Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. Let go of negative thinking and stop living for the weekend. With your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stressed to success as my little gift to you for being here. Please do subscribe, share, review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you will also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, and printables. You can also find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my second favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I am here for it. So that is the formalities over, my love. So let's jump into the content. Have you been doing the gratitude thing that everyone talks about, but something's not quite clicking for you? And you're trying to figure out how to get gratitude to actually work for you? I have got you. Now, you can listen all the way back to episode 1 titled How to Journal for the Non-Dear Diary Type to hear me banging on about how amazing incorporated a daily gratitude habit is for your mind and for your life. It's what was the beginning of my journey from Eeyore on a bad day to having now hosted over 160 episodes of the Positive Pants podcast. Gratitude is magic as a daily practice and in the tough times. But it's not a thing that you do. It's a way of life. So some side effects of practicing gratitude regularly can include less stress, more kindness to others and to yourself, better relationships with others and yourself, more happiness, better sleep, higher self-esteem, less negative self-talk, more relaxation, more resilience, more mindfulness, more presence, more positivity, and the ability to be taking more action. Awesome, right? It's living mindfully. It's perspective. So some of these are definitely good to have in your back pocket as a business owner, right? It's the starting point that I teach all my clients, well, everybody actually, and you guys, when they want to make changes in their lives. Consistently writing down 3 things per day, at least, that you are grateful for is the most common way to do gratitude. But often it's kind of a small list for you to write 1 or 2 words. But the biggest mistake that I see is doing your gratitude as if it's a box you need to tick off. And what I mean by this is the thought processes really aren't there. And that's the part that you need. That's the important part, because the emotion of gratitude is what starts to make the changes in your brain that you want. That's what rewires your neural pathways through a process called neuroplasticity to fire and wire new networks to make gratitude your path of least resistance, right? So what that means is that becomes your go-to way of thinking. So you can see how that would help with perspective, with resilience, with patience, all that good stuff, which also means it's then easier to take action. So this way of doing things is a little bit of a frustration of mine because it's been oversimplified. It's also a frustration that I see in clients where they think they've tried, in inverted commas, gratitude and not felt the benefits. It's really similar with meditation as well. I find it's making assumptions of how it should be. And when we're wired for instant gratification, if you don't see results straight away, it's really easy to give up, which is the other common mistake I see, giving up too soon. But when you're practicing gratitude, there's lots going on in your noggin. You're wiring new neural networks, like I said, and this doesn't happen overnight. But most gratitude journals only have these 3 lines included, which is great if you already know what you're doing. If you're already a little bit of a pro, you can do the thinking process, feel the emotions, and just use a word as a prompt, right? I can do this. This is the first thing I do when I get up in the morning and the last thing I do at night. Yeah, it's my way of thinking now. But to begin with, you can use this prompt as a reminder, but I would only recommend it when you already know how to kind of feel into it, if that makes sense. And because of this, I've been squirreling away, and I am so flipping excited that my 365-day, 1 day per page gratitude journal is now available to buy on Amazon, which is really exciting. So in this, I take the time to explain all of this that I'm talking about now, and you have a whole day per page, right? So you can go into a little more detail about what it really is that you're grateful for, why you're grateful for it, what makes you grateful for it, how does having it affect your life for the better. Yeah, so it allows you the space to dig a little deeper, which is the fun stuff. And it's also undated. So it's 365 days of gratitude, not a year. It's 365 days, however long that takes you. And I've done this because when you're trying to form a new habit, you'll inevitably miss a day from time to time. And having the date there flashing you in the face like a big old beacon of what you may deem to be failure can be upsetting, right? Because all our unconscious mean feelings about ourselves can come up there. You're a failure. Oh, God, you can't even stick to this. You're useless. All those fun things that we like to say to ourselves. Plus, it makes it easier to quit. It's like a diet, right? I've eaten the donut, so I may as well have the whole bag, and there's no point carrying on trying to be healthy. Yeah, I get it. I've been there. I've been you. I see what other people struggle with, so I've tried to leave that at the door so you can do the same. Skip a day? That's cool. Go back to it the next day and then get back on that horse. Yeah, it's the thought process that is the important piece of the puzzle. Oh, lots of P's for the Positive Pants podcast. I love a bit of alliteration. So the other thing that I encourage with this journal is to do the same technique, but really feeling into it with your future self. So I call it future gratitude. I've talked about this on an episode before. So you imagine yourself in the future having everything that you want, and you practice your daily gratitude from there. So you could have 2 journals, one for now and one for future you. And it really, really helps to connect to that version of you that at the moment is a little bit of a stranger, right? And the more you do it, the more you'll feel the shifts in the present moment. Magical. It's using visualization. It's using neuroplasticity to wire in that new version of you. It's activating the reticular activating system in the brain to help you filter out the opportunities. It's calming the ego and the amygdala, which is the fear center of the brain. All these things that make it really difficult for us to take action. Yeah, because the brain doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. So we get to use that to our advantage. And it also really helps prime you for having everything that you want in your life, stepping into that future version of you. And I am so excited that it's out in plenty of time for Crimbo. But remember, it's undated, so you can start now. And you can grab yours at bit.ly/365-day gratitude. That's bit.ly/365-day gratitude. So if you haven't quite managed to get gratitude to work for you just yet, I hope that this conversation has sparked a few ideas for you. Whether you use my journal or you use something else, it's completely up to you. What's important to me is that you do this. Yeah. And I hope it's given you a little motivation and patience with yourself. It really is magic. And one of my favorite tools. I see the powerful shifts that it creates. And I want that for you too, because I know you can have it. It's yours for the taking, my love. So if you've got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then please do book in a free discovery call so we can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. If you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I do work with people one-on-one and through the Proactive Pants program. You can find all the details to book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now, because you can. I am here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye.